And opinions expressed on this program are the views of the host and guests and not necessarily those of KTLV radio station. Any products endorsed on this program do not represent an endorsement by KTLV radio, its staff, or management.
Good morning, Oklahoma City, and welcome to the Clara Luper Show. In a moment, your host, Clara Luper.
Come on, Jesus. Come on, Jesus. Oh, Lord. Oh, Lord.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Happy good morning to you, wherever you are. This is the Clara Luper radio show, and today I would like to salute Sir Charles the Tailor, Custom Tailoring, 1200 South Air Depot, Suite J in Midwest City. A person in your position wants to be well dressed, whether we are talking about for business or pleasure, but may not have the time to shop for clothes, and you never get a second chance to make that first impression. Sir Charles has over 500 different fabrics for custom tailored suits, slacks, sport coats, and shirts. I want you to be aware of the unique services in which they offer unlimited designs through a choice of collars, pockets, cuffs, monograms, and other features. Sir Charles will come to your home or to your office and let you select your choice of fabrics and help you design your suit, slacks, sport coats, and shirts, and also take over 20 different measurements to assure you of a custom tailored fit. When the clothing is finished, they will be personally delivered to your home or office. Sir Charles the Tailor, Charles E. Woods. The telephone number is 733-7600. How many of you have the opportunity to have tailor-made suits? Well, go out to Sir Charles. It's time now for us to begin that search for Miss Black, Oklahoma. Because Miss Black, Oklahoma is a key to scholarships, prizes, trips, awards, gifts, flowers, and much, much more. The pageant opens its doors to each and every female, regardless of race, creed, or color. It is designed for those who are deeply concerned with social, moral, and academic standards, as well as the plight and future of this country. It has been an example for 37 years of pride, success, and achievement, and has left footsteps on the pages of Oklahoma's history. The Miss Black Oklahoma pageant is a step in building self-esteem and confidence for a successful future. It is more than a pageant. It is an educational and motivational experience. It's an example of pride, success, and achievement. The pageant has an increase in appreciation for America's history, which includes Black history. It emphasizes an interrelationship of all ages and people. It's so constructed that it enables the participants, parents, patrons, and audience to become involved in the development of good citizenship, high morals, and educational growth. It offers a platform on which contestants are able to display their charm, poise, intellect, knowledge, courage, talent, and elegance. The young ladies will spend 6 days at a hotel in an atmosphere of education and motivation, and expose them to a new confident style of thinking and to insights on how productive life can be. The pageant emphasizes positive experiences by erasing negative images of people, their goals, their needs, and willingness to work to achieve their goals. It relates to the job market in that contestants must use time. Time is a driving force, and each individual will have an opportunity to look at her own accomplishments and performances. Yes, it's Miss Black Oklahoma registration time. We have a page program which involves young women from 3 to 17 years of age. It is designed to develop positive attitudes and improve self-images. Participants in the page program are exposed to most of the same training and educational offerings given to the contestants. Pages become acquainted with the real competitive world. The page program demonstrates how you can turn failures into success, how you can succeed through hard work, dedication, and commitment. The proof of this can be seen in their schoolwork, in their parental relationships, and in their positive activities and attitudes. The Miss Black Oklahoma pageant calls for each contestant and page to be escorted by well-groomed young men. The escorts are expected to treat the contestants or pages with respect. The training staff for the escort program must be saluted. Parents of the contestants are given midnight seminars on the purposes and expectations of the Miss Black Oklahoma pageant. Parents are also a part of the pageant's evening presentation and are trained for that position. Those of you that are interested, now it's not easy. It's tough. That's life. You may call me at 424-3949, or you may write me at Post Office Box 11106, Oklahoma City, 7313. Or you may call me here at 672-1220. This is a Clara Luper radio show, and today is a very special show because you are listening, and you are certainly special. Have you ever heard of Thais's Tasty Treats? Well, I think you should. Give her a call at 4630657 or 4135252 and tell her you want to taste those delicious cakes and those delicious pies. Be sure and do that. Well, this is the week that our eyes are turned toward each other, because this year, 2005, will soon be history. But what will we be able to say about this past year? Yes, this has been a dramatic year. We have seen things that no other generation has seen. But if God has given us the opportunity to live through this year, we should be all excited about it. We should be ready to rededicate ourselves to the great principles of living. Yes, this is the Clara Luper radio show. What would you like to see for 2006? What are your dreams? And it's better to shoot for a goal and don't reach it than not to have a goal at all. 672-1220. I know that Thanksgiving is over. Christmas is approaching. I don't know what you want for Christmas, but I'll tell you one thing. If you have anything to give, be sure and give it now. If you want to show love to someone, be sure and do it now. Don't wait, because tomorrow might be too late. Calvin, how are you this morning?
Mom, I'm doing totally fantastic. I have a question to ask you before we really get off into some more of the show. I know this is an exciting show, will be an exciting show. Why are you talking about Miss Black so early?
Because,
this is just December.
Calvin, I'm from Hoffman, Oklahoma, and I know that an early bird catches a worm.
Okay, I guess
Now,
that'll work
that's what I
still.
learned down in Hoffman. I don't know what
Early bird will
those-
catch the worm even
That's
in
right.
December.
That's
Way to
right.
go. Hey, Mom, this is a very exciting day because of the fact that last week We were blessed in so many different ways, and I'm certain all of the families out there are blessed just to be able to make it to and through another Thanksgiving, to see old friends, to see family members that you hadn't seen all year, and everybody getting together and having a great time. Even though, last week it was a little lonely out here. Our good friend Lex was up in Washington, D.C. having a great time, supposed to bring some crabs back, forgot to bring the crab. No, he didn't forget. He just didn't intend to bring any crabs back to Oklahoma City for those of us who love it. Baltimore blue crab. Oh, boy. But good things have happened. Good things are continuing to happen. Great things are happening in our city. Have you noticed the growth and the progress that they're making on not only Douglas High School, but on the Martin Luther King School?
We have a new Sonic.
And a new Sonic restaurant on the east side. Have you noticed also the growth and the improvements that are being made there on Northeast 23rd Street? The east side is beginning to bloom. Well, it's always been fertile ground for great ideas, but it's beginning to bloom, and we encourage all of you out there to spend a little time on the east side, spend a little money on Northeast Oklahoma City, but especially, let me brag too, on 23rd and Martin Luther King there at that hometown IGA, because, the service is still courteous. Even all the Russia people that were there during the Thanksgiving holidays, with all the traffic they had, with the lines and everything, the cashiers and the managers were still extremely courteous, and I want to pat them on the back for that, because we, not only do we spend money, but we also like to be treated right. And there at hometown IGA, you can get the very best in treatment. But, Mom, I also have got to remind everyone to call that friend, call that neighbor, and tell them this is the Clara Luper Radio Show, where we not only are live, but we're in beautiful living color, and we have some great things that we're going to be discussing during the course of this program. We also will be continuing with our Black History quizzes, and I don't know how many chitlins Mom's going to try to give away this week. I don't know if it's going to be a turkey or a ham, but I do know that the questions will be coming out. So get your pencil ready, get your paper ready. 672-1220 will be the number that we want you to call with the correct answer.
All right, my first question. In 2006, we will be celebrating what anniversary of the Miss Black Oklahoma pageant? In 2006. That's a good question.
That's a good question. The pageant started so long ago. I mean, the reasoning for it is something, and then the advertising that you're starting on it now, I don't know.
I want everybody to know the opportunities are just so great, Calvin. And my girls just look so good. Even as they get older, they still look good. And that's something. I like the way they walk so proud, so dedicated.
And the motivation that they come out of the pageant.
The motivations. And speaking of motivations, you can motivate people during the holidays with flowers. We recommend Black's Flower Shop, located at 8485 Northeast 23rd Street in Oklahoma City. That telephone number is 424-5715.
All right, Mom. The question is a very simple question. I know that I know that the answer will be easy, because Miss Black Oklahoma Pageantry started some years ago, and it started.
I want to know when. Call me.
And that winner, the first winner, was outstanding. She's in business now for herself, and we'll brag on her as the show progresses. We had a long distance letter there. Okay. Good morning.
Good morning.
Yes.
You will celebrate 36 years.
36 years. That's horseshoes.
I see. No, I ask you. This year we'll be celebrating what anniversary?
Miss Black Oklahoma.
How many years?
36.
I'm sorry, you're wrong this time.
Got David Hawley. I know David's voice. Those of you who listen to the show
but David is so intelligent.
He stays up on it. And David, he's an avid, enthusiastic supporter of everything.
The Miss Black
Oklahoma, the NACP, and especially that OU, anything that they do at Oklahoma University. David is there with his season ticket. But then, not only does he talk that talk, he walks that walk, but he didn't know the answer to that question. We got him good. Okay. Mom, we have another caller coming in.
Hello.
And I'm getting ready for that. Good morning. How are you doing this morning? Good. We're trying here. How are you doing?
Hello?
Yes.
I am saying this is the 39th year for the
You're
Miss Black,
wrong.
Oklahoma.
You're wrong. Nancy, how are you
I
today?
know
and
that
how you
voice too.
feeling?
Good
I'm
morning.
doing fine.
Tell us some news.
I can't.
Tell us some news. Tell us what's going on with you.
I am recuperating
Yes.
From what?
from a wreck that I had in
Okay.
Oklahoma City, in Midwest City. When I turned off Midwest Boulevard going on 23rd Street.
Okay, well,
And that was October 12th, 2004.
And you're still recuperating.
And I'm still at home recuperating and trying to make life better.
Well, we are
it's
so
gonna be-
proud
It's
of
going to
you.
be all right.
But you work so hard.
gonna be.
You are a hard worker, and I never shall forget how much we appreciate what you did when we were soliciting people to sign up for an Afro-American Plaza. Even though you were in the hospital, you turned in more names and things than many people that was out. You remember?
She certainly
Yes,
did.
I remember all of the good people who came to see me. They had a sign on the door, no visitors. They had people come in and looking at me and thinking that I would not last. But you know, God is good. God is great, and I just love him, such a wonderful God.
Indeed. We've come a long way. I think we have a long way to go, but we're
Yes, I
looking
have a
forward
long,
to seeing
long
you.
way to
So
go,
do
but
all
I
of
know
us.
that God is protecting me.
Oh, well, great, great, great. Well, you know that, and you are a living witness to what can be done. And he left you here for a special reason, though.
It definitely did, but I know she missed the question.
Well, that's okay. And
that's
we'll
rare.
miss it
That's
most of
rare
the
that
time.
Nancy would miss a question regarding the Miss Black Oklahoma pageant, but she tried. And
Well, I missed a year working with Miss Black, Oklahoma. Staying in the hospital 7 months, staying at home 7.5 months. It's just really different because I've always been an active person.
definitely.
And now I am at home doing the best that I can and looking up to God and my friends and all of my church members who are praying for me and people who are calling and just giving me all kinds of
Encouraging.
help
Yes,
because
indeed.
it really means a lot to know that people care.
Well, I really appreciate that because people need to give flowers and do it while people can smell them and can live.
I received a beautiful plant from Luella Henderson yesterday, and it is so beautiful, of poinsettia. So you know that I know that my students are right in my corner, and God is with me.
Well, Luella's out at Clara Luper's homeroom, and we've taught our kids what to do.
There y'all go. Everybody
Yes,
goes back
Mr.
to Dungy,
Alexander
bragging
Jones
on
and
Dungy School. My
Mr.
goodness.
Lurch, Clara Luper. We trained our kids, and the
Nancy,
parents
all of
also
you.
trained them. Nancy, thank you so
Thank
much.
you, Auntie.
And
Well-
thank you for missing that question.
Well,
Okay?
thank you.
And
I was
our
thinking
prayers
last
are
year was the
continuing with
38th year, but I guess
Okay.
I'm wrong.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
Yeah,
Okay,
you're
thank
wrong.
you.
Hmm.
When we think of Miss Black, Oklahoma, we think of the opportunities that are available. Many of you have attended our pageant for years, and we want to appreciate it. Many of you have advertised with us, and we appreciate it. But this year, Miss Black, Oklahoma, the state pageant will be held June the 10th through the 17th at the Plaza Hotel in Oklahoma City. And before this month is over, we will be getting reservations because we have grown so now that we have to know exactly how many people will be present. If you want to be a part of it, let us know. If you want to work, let us know. We'll be worshiping this year at the Church of the Redeemer. Reverend Drinkwater has long been a supporter of the Miss Black Oklahoma
Not
pageant.
just a talker now.
No, not just
Not
a talker,
a
because
talker.
he says some people tell he's a doer, and we appreciate it.
Mom, can I throw in one of my questions now, too, or we want to wait till we get
We
answer?
want to wait
Okay.
till we get an answer.
I think I'm ready. Good morning, caller. How are you doing?
Just fine.
Are you ready with a correct answer?
37 years.
37 years?
You are exactly right.
All
We will
right.
be celebrating the 37th year of the pageant. 37 years. And who is this?
Livonia Lemons.
Oh, okay, great. Thank you, Ms. Lemons.
Miss
You're
Lemons,
right.
you are exactly right. For 37 years, we've had Miss Black Oklahoma, and we appreciate it more than anybody, more than you can even imagine. And Miss Lemons has always been with us.
For 37 years,
for
my goodness.
37 years. She's been one of our patrons. And she wouldn't miss it because when she falls in there, she's looking good all the time, just like Miss Lemons always does.
All right. Thank you, Mrs. Lemons. I have your address and I have your phone number. You will be getting that form through the mail. And appreciate you listening to the Clara Luper Radio Show. And I know that your friends and neighbors know exactly what you're doing on Saturday mornings between 9 and 10 because Clara Luper is live and in beautiful living color right here at KTLV. Thank you.
Okay, speaking of Miss Black Oklahoma, we have a staff all over the state. We have people that have dedicated their lives to helping young people. It's hard work, no pay. The only pay that you get out of working with Miss Black Oklahoma is the satisfaction of seeing young people develop to their fullest potentials. Now, let me ask you this. What is the name of the program that goes with Miss Black that involves young ladies from 3 to 16? Call me.
From ages 3 to 16, the portion of the Miss Black Oklahoma pageant that works with these young ladies. Mama, I have a question for you. That first Miss Black Oklahoma winner, that is a great story in itself. Why don't you share that with our listening audience?
Oh, Calvin, that's some of my questions. I don't need to do that now.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, we got them lit up here, but we're going to see if we can come up with a correct answer. Good morning, caller. Thank you for calling our show this morning. How are you doing?
Evan, are you speaking with me or Mrs. Lemons?
I'm speaking with you, Mrs.
I don't know how you got to Ms. Lemons before you got to me a few minutes ago, but I'm sure happy that Ms. Lemons did know that this year, I don't know how Nancy thought there was so many, but we are growing, Nancy. We're going to be to that number where you coming, where you mentioned.
Who is this? This
well, this is your announcer, Mrs. Lady Ruth Hunter, who calls in and say hello to all of you that's listening to us in Radio Land. Okay. And each time that when I go out to some activity and I meet people, say, oh, Mrs. Hunter, but we listen to you, and we're elating to listen to you every weekend. So I hope my listeners are tuned in this morning and listening to me. And I hate that Nancy called and said we were 1 year older than we were.
Excuse me, now don't talk about Nancy.
Don't talk about our Nancy.
We are getting there, Nancy. Don't worry about it. We're going to get to that year.
She's entitled to make one mistake this week.
I beg your pardon?
She's entitled to make one mistake this week, and she started off and done that now.
Oh, she's wanting us to grow, and I understand that. I understand that very, very well.
Right.
Sure, because we are growing. We're going so fast that it's difficult to keep up with how many years. But I do want everyone in Oklahoma City to know that we are Miss Black Oklahoma, and we will be getting ready for our pageant this year. So if you're interested, I'm sure you're going to be calling us and letting us know that you are interested in participating in our Miss Black Oklahoma, because we've had so many people who have made successes. And one day I'm going to list all of the successes, and I'm going to name all of these success stories that's on the radio so the people will know about our success. Well, and then we appreciate all the girls when we meet them and they tell us how much they has helped us and how they appreciate being in the pageant. So it is a wonderful learning experience as well as a rewarding training experience. What were you going to say, Calvin?
Well, I was saying, I was getting ready to ask Mom some questions about that, but those will be part of the questions that we will be asking during the course of the program today and possibly next week, too, on the success stories of the past Miss Black Oklahoma winners and also just contestants.
Well, that's one thing. We have one person, and she was our first winner. And I look each year for her coming back. Eva comes back every year with a smile on her face and with a check in her hand.
Give up the answer.
So, man, I wish I was young enough to get in that because I never had a chance to win anything.
Miss Hunter, why do you stay with the pageant?
I stay with the pageant because of all the learning experiences and meeting new girls across the country and across the state of Oklahoma. some of them are not in the state of Oklahoma. They come here and they go to school here and they hear about this project and they want to participate in it and to learn what is going on in our society. And this is one of our this is one of our great experiences for girls. They learn how to be on the stage and how to talk and how to walk and how to present themselves. And this is the thing that it made them a success, and especially Eva Knight. And you come and hear Eva Knight tell her story. And we are having other Eva Knights that's coming back and reporting and supporting the program because of the experiences that she received, and it was through Miss Black Oklahoma that she received her job, and she has a success story. Now, the last time I talked with her, she had something like 9 or 10 employees. Can you believe that?
No.
Little Eva Knight. I don't remember her married name, but it is a success story. And then there are others that have studios and hiring people. So they get wonderful experiences and being in Miss Black Oklahoma.
Were you going to try to answer the question, Mrs. Hunter?
What question?
No.
She can't. You can't. I mean, you may be able to answer to the question Mom asked, but we're not
Mrs.
going
Lemon
to
answered the question, so I didn't.
There was another one since then.
I beg your pardon?
There was another one since then, but you can't.
I didn't hear that.
Even if you answer it, you're a winner anyway. But then you know too much about the Miss Black Oklahoma pageant.
Well, yeah, I won't call it now because they be saying, well, you already knew.
That's right.
But I'm still, and Mrs. Luper, let me thank all of the people who support our program. And I feel this is a community project, and this is what we are supposed to do, support the programs that's in our community that is benefiting children and students all over the state of Oklahoma. So I want to thank you in advance for your support, and I hope you will continue to support Miss Black Oklahoma. And I'll be looking forward to it, and I'll be coming around talking with my constituents and those who are contacted for the past 37 years. So I'm looking for you to continue to support our program. And there are other programs also that I want to thank them for supporting. And Ms. Luper, I know you're going to tell them what wonderful, I can't say this was a wonderful experience that we had when we attended the attorney's funeral the other day, so I know you want to talk about it, so I'll leave that for you.
Well, thank you, Mrs. Hunter. This is the Clara Luper Radio
And don't forget to go to church on Sunday.
Okay.
Bye now.
This is the Clara Luper Radio Show, and this part of our show is being brought to you by Temple & Sons Funeral Home, located at 2801 North Kelly Avenue. That telephone number is 427-8321. Speaking of, okay, I do have someone else on the line. Hello?
Yes, the Page program.
You're right. And who is this?
Andre Carbon.
Mr. Carbon, how are you? You're exactly right. It is the Page program. Mr. Carbon?
Yes.
You are the president of the NACP Youth Council. Is that correct?
Yes.
Why are you the president?
Because it's great. NACP is a great opportunity for young people to come together and have a say in the community and learn a lot of things. So being president of the NAACP has been a learning experience because I have gotten some chance to do things that I wouldn't have got to do if I was not president. But it's also, it's a learning experience. You get to meet a lot of people just being who I am, and it's a fun opportunity.
I understand that you have received an invitation from the Centennial Committee. Tell me about it.
Yes, ma'am, I have. I have received an invitation from the Centennial Commission inviting me to participate in the reception that they are going to have. It's actually two receptions, one for the holidays and one for the African American History Plaza. And yes, I have received that invitation.
Now, where will that reception be held?
That reception will be held at the Petroleum Club in downtown Oklahoma City.
Okay, well, thank you so very kindly. And you had the experience during the Thanksgiving holidays to go to Dallas, Texas, and you were able to tell them about the plaza. Tell us about a young artist that you met in Texas.
Well, artist I met in Texas, his name is Ronnie Miles, and I went to a store his mother owns, and I saw some paintings and some drawings, and I asked the lady with who painted those and who drew the pictures, and she said my son drew those pictures, and I said, wow, he's a very good drawer, and later on, I think it was that same day. I thought about it and I was like, wait, well, hold on. We need artists. We need an artist for the History Plaza. So I talked to his mother about it. He's in Atlanta, Georgia. I didn't get to talk to him yet, but I have spoken to him plenty of times since then. But his mother said he would be happy to do that. So I actually called Miss Luper and the other people who are on the Centennial Commission and for this History Plaza, and his name is on the list.
That's good. You realize, of course, and for those of you who are listening, not quite sure what we're talking about, we are discussing African American Plaza. But if you're an artist or a sculptor or engineer, and you have some ideas on what would you'd like to see in African American Plaza, we invite you to be a part of it. You can come. If you are interested in putting your ideas on the plaza, if you're interested in actually trying to do the plaza, the commission is looking for people that are qualified. If you miss any of those people whose names I'll call, you can try Mrs. Thelma Parks. You can try to reach Mrs. Hunter, and out of all of those people, someone will take your recommendations or your drawing or your dream and and present it to the commission, and hopefully you will be selected. But it will be a selective process. It's not going to be something where just because you're an artist that it's going to be there. But what the commission is looking for is some depiction of the African American experience in Oklahoma, from the Kansas line to the Texas line, from Arkansas to New Mexico, from Arkansas to Colorado, because Oklahoma, we as African Americans, we played an integral part in the development of our communities, and we want that to show at the plaza. But thank you, Brother Carbon. You are a winner on the Clara Luper Radio Show. You did know it was the Page program, and you are a winner being the president of the NACP Youth Council. And when does the Youth Council meet, and at what time, and what would you like for some of the young people to do? Are you still with me?
Yes, I'm still here.
Okay.
We meet every Monday night at 7 o'clock at the Freedom Center. The young people, all the young people that come in have a chance to participate in the NACP meetings. We're getting ready to...
Okay, well, they will come up and tell what we are getting ready to do, because we are still working to eliminate segregation in all of this.
All right, thank you.
Okay.
Our emphasis in NACP and Ms. Black and so bizarre is to tell people that the doors have been open. By an open door does not mean that you can just walk in, because maybe you can't walk because you didn't get your homework. Maybe you can't walk because you became involved in some other criminal activities. Maybe you can't walk in the door because what did one writer say, no use of opening doors for black folks if they're too drunk to walk in. But our emphasis is on your being able, preparing you to live in a real society. Because
maybe they might not want to walk through the door, Mom. That thought often
Harriet Tubman said to us through history that there were a lot of blacks that didn't want to be free. But she had a Bible in one hand and a gun in the other one. And she said, you're going to be free. And they went on to freedom. We're talking about Miss Black, Oklahoma. Who is the present Miss Black, Oklahoma? And that's what I want to know. And I've got to give away chickens and hams and turkeys and all that. Oh, would anybody like a turkey sandwich?
We have an instant winner over there. all the way from D.C. Mom, I'm thinking of that door being open and the doors of opportunities that exist now. And it's just, it's encouraging to see those young people that take that step, but it's challenging to me, wondering why more young people aren't involving themselves in the studies of the sciences or besides athletics. Athletics is great now, but then look like we have an overemphasis on athletics than we do in other sciences. A young man that can play the violin so well, I'm glad to see him doing something there. But I'm just all the doors are open. But then how do you get a young person, especially even an old person, to encourage somebody to open that door? But we have
And
a call
support
on the
them
line.
financially. Okay.
We have a call on the line. Thank you, caller, for calling the Clara Luper Radio Show.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. This is Coco Thomas, your fantastic reporter. And Miss Luper, can I answer the question?
No, you cannot.
Okay. Today, I would like to challenge all of the students that are listening to study. Not just study anything, but study your black history. We shouldn't just wait until Black History Month or for a teacher to teach us something about black history, because more than likely, you won't be taught a lot in school about black history. So we should take it upon ourselves to go to the library, get on the computer, or pick up a book and learn about the civil rights movement, or learn about black inventors or blacks in sports, because we should know where we came from and know the sacrifices that were made to get us to where we are today. And I would also like to say a special hello to Miss Loretta McLean. This is Coco Thomas, your fantastic reporter.
Way to go.
Thank you so very
Millwood
kindly.
Falconet.
This part of our program is brought to you by Ross Funeral Home, located at 2936 Northeast 36th Street. The telephone number is 424-4136.
Mom, we have another call on the line.
Okay.
Good morning. Welcome to the Clara Luper Radio Show. How are you doing?
Doing fine.
Good.
Michelle Milburn.
Who is this?
David Hall.
You're right, David Hall. Michelle Milburn
Yeah,
is
that's
Miss
good.
Black Oklahoma. Give it to him. You have to give
You
credit
got
where
it.
credit is due. He can shoot those answers just like that man was shooting last night down to the Ford Center. Okay.
Well, you got it, David. I have your address, and you know what will happen. You will go to your mailbox or to your door. You have in your hands a form that will allow you to go to Hometown IGA and to pick up a big old bucket of those delicious, almost clean chitlins. You don't have that much work to do with those chitlins that come out of Hometown IGA.
Lamar Beauty Supply is located at 1736 Northeast 23rd Street. We urge you to go there and support your own, because so many of you will tell me that, no, I will go to another place. But if you go to another place, what kind of prizes do you have in your head? You say to us, you need to get in business. You need to do something. But when we do it, if you don't support us, we're in bad shape. Call 427-6571 and tell them you heard it on the Clara Luper Radio Show.
Well, there's another part of the Miss Black pageant that goes on, and could I ask that question, or you want to ask?
You can ask it.
Okay, the question that I'm going to ask is, there's another third phase of the Miss Black Oklahoma program that's an integral part of it. The young lady who helps direct that is from Lawton, Oklahoma. Give me the name of the program, or the part of the program, and the young lady that's over that program's name. See?
Okay, that's a good question. It really is.
Okay, we do have a caller already on the line. Good morning. How you doing?
Good morning, Kevin.
Don't want you to hold too long. How
That's
you
our
doing?
birthday girl.
That's the birthday
And
girl?
that's my queen.
This is the beauty queen
Yes, that's my
of the
beauty.
NAACP, and also the birthday lady,
Uh-oh.
December 2nd. But most of all, I do enjoy listening to your mother's program every Saturday morning from 9 a.m. to 10 a.m.
Okay.
But most of all, I will participate in the Miss Black Oklahoma pageant as far as being present there and purchasing my ticket. And I urge everyone else to do the same.
All right.
And I'll be there at 7 p.m. Monday.
Okay, well,
Be
thank
at
you
the
for
Freedom
that,
Center at 7 p.m. Okay.
Calvin's going to sing happy birthday to you today.
Well, I've been practicing so hard this week for
Okay.
this, but
All right, then.
just stay tuned. Call that friend. Keep your radio up, and because some good things will be happening here.
I would like for Darryl Goosh to get in contact with me.
Darryl Goosh?
Yes.
Okay.
He used to belong to Fifth Street Baptist Church. I don't know where he is now. But if you know, please, I've tried to call him, but I missed him. So I would like to.
You know, another question. Where was the first Miss Black Oklahoma pageant held?
That's not a question.
That's not a question?
To
Oh,
ask
okay.
that.
I'm
Yes,
just-
we've come a
Just
long
asking
way
about the
since
third
then.
phase of it. Okay.
Okay.
The third portion of the program of the Miss Black Oklahoma pageant.
I still want to talk about Leo's Barbecue, located at 36 in Kelly in Oklahoma City. The barbecue that will make you don't need teeth. They say now you don't need teeth to eat Leo's Barbecue. And incidentally, I'm going to give away a Leo's Barbecue dinner right now. I want somebody to go down there. Once you get your slip, I want you to go down to Leo's and I want you to tell Charles. I would like to tell Charles that you heard it on the Clara Luper radio
You should see the
show.
hands going up just here in the studio.
In
You'd
2000,
be sure everybody's hand went up for that Leo's Barbecue.
In
Okay, give me the question.
2006, I would like for you to give me the date of the Miss Black Oklahoma pageant.
The date of the Miss Black Oklahoma pageant
In
2006.
Yes, let's see.
Okay. We have a call on the line, don't we? That's ready. We do, but I don't know which question they're going to ask. Good morning. Answer. Good morning. How you doing? Hey, hello? We'll go to
We didn't know the answer. Let's go to the next one.
All right. How you doing? Welcome to the Clara Luper Radio Show. We have two questions out there, and they both fairly simple. But one is a barbecue winner, and the other one's a chitlin winner. I don't know. Okay.
Hello.
Thank you.
Hello.
Hello.
The date is June the 10th through 17th at the Plaza Hotel.
No, you're right, but let me ask you, when will the pageant be held? We know the girls will come in one day, and the pageant will be held another day. When will the pageant be held?
The following Saturday.
And what is that date?
17th.
June 17th. You're exactly right. I know that beautiful voice.
I'd
Isn't
take
that
that
Joy?
picture.
This is Joy.
Okay, got us again.
Joy,
That's a barbecue question, right?
I don't know. Joy will have a choice. She would tell us what she wants. This is the Clara Luper Radio Show, and what I'm trying to do today is to remind you
Thank you, Joy.
We are on our way. I want to remind you that we have come a long ways, but we have a long ways to go. But we must prepare ourselves. Now, when we talk about the African American Plaza, you cannot talk about it without talking about Raymond Gary, who was the governor of the state of Oklahoma. And if it had not been for this white man, we would have had the same problem that they had in Little Rock, Arkansas. He was able to not call a meeting of the Southern governors, Raymond Gary. And I want you to remember that as you think of the African American Plaza. I don't want you to be thinking of just all black. Because on this week we say goodbye to a young lawyer that came to us during the dark days of the civil rights movement in Oklahoma City. This week we say goodbye to a young attorney, Eugene Matthews, who in the 60s came to us when a lot of other lawyers would not look at us. John Green will tell you all about it. The members of the NAACP Youth Council will never forget him. Year before last, we honored him with the Clara Luper Scholarship Service Award. You saw him. You heard him relate his story. You remember how when he saw Father McDowell suffering, and when he said, "I've got to go," many of you will remember his mother, who used to be at every NAACP meeting. But Eugene Matthews went home to be with his God last week. And I would like to thank the advisors of the NAACP Youth Council that went with us to the Mayflower Church to say goodbye to a friend. It was like a homecoming for us. We saw people that we had not seen for years. We saw white folks and marched with us. I mean professional whites, when other people turned us aside. But Eugene Matthews shall always live, because he will live in the hearts of those of us that loved him so well. And his words still echo in our hearts. I'm a liberal. I don't mind standing up for all people because I believe in all humanity. Attorney Eugene Matthews. And incidentally, I want you to thank God for the whites that have been on the battlefield for us a long time, and for the whites that supported us through the years. Because when you think of Oklahoma City, when you think of Ada Loy Scipio, the Emma Freeman, and all, you must think of all people that helped us. When you realize that it's not one race, but it's a lot of races.
One of the things about Eugene Matthews that still stands out in my memory is the sacrifice that he made. Because you don't have to imagine, but being a lawyer in Oklahoma, or in Oklahoma City, he and his partner, Brother Buck, Attorney Buck, decided to come out and to help one of the citizens, Father McDowell, because he was Buck's fraternity brother. But Father McDowell told them then, no, I can stay. But you have those kids over there, and from that moment on, both attorneys,
Attorney Barrett, Attorney Buck, yes,
they gave 200% of their effort. But then the question in the back of their mind was, what were their clientele going to do? Were they going to abandon them? And you know what? Some did, but those that stayed have made that law firm one of the largest and one of the best in our city, in our state. In this judicial district. And it was impressive seeing all those judges there. But we'll get back to that in just a minute because we have a call on the line. Hopefully we have a winner. Good morning. How are you doing?
All right.
Are you ready?
Escort program.
Who is...
we didn't ask about no escort program.
We did ask, but then I asked for the name.
Oh, you asked the name of the director?
Yes.
Okay. Do they have the name of the person that directed? She's from Lawton, and she's an educator.
I know that one.
Oh, well, tell us.
Okay. It's Helen Daniels.
You're right. And who is this?
Andre Carvin.
Well, thank you, Mr. Carvin. And Mr. Carvin is really on the ball.
On us today, boy. Between you and Lex, I don't know what I'm going to do, Andre. But you don't have to stay on the line. We wrote it down. And congratulations for being a winner in regards to knowing the correct answer about the escort program. Mom, you want to tell them a little bit more about the escort program with Mrs. Daniels?
No, I wrote tell them about one of the escort directors that will be honored tonight, and that's the Honorable Berlin Nero. I would rather for Berlin to call us and tell us.
That would be great.
I know he's going to be honored tonight at a big dinner out at the loving St. James Baptist Church. And I wish he would call us and tell us about it because
672 Berlin, 672-1220 is the number. We need it because we want to share with our audience what is going to be happening there at the Greater Loving St. James Baptist Church, and nobody can do it like Berlin Nero, one of the honorees for tonight. But hopefully he will get in. And
but one thing we got to say about Berlin, he's faithful.
Yeah, now he is,
and that's really important.
Gene Matthews, speaking of the, going back to the Matthews, their family, he had 5 daughters. And didn't have a male sibling directly. But he was, the daughters were there and his wife was there.
The daughters delivered the eulogy, which was beautiful.
That was a touching thing. And as I told them then, thanks for allowing him, sharing the time with him because he didn't have to do it to be a part of the civil rights movement, but we certainly appreciate it. Thank you for getting my mom and many others, Barbara and Alma Faye, everybody and myself out of jail. But, we will forever cherish your memories.
I can speak for Berlin Nero because he's being honored tonight by the Robert Morris Chapter Number 105 of the Order of Eastern Stars for his volunteer work in the community of Spencer, Oklahoma. A recognition banquet will be given tonight in his honor at 7 p.m. That's located on Parker Heights Boulevard in Spencer, Oklahoma. Berlin Nero would like to see you there. The chairperson of that program is Elva Edwards, and worthy matron Samantha Mixon, and that's our own Samantha Simmons.
Right.
And I can't be wrong on that, but I can be wrong. The tickets are only $8, and you will have a delicious dinner. Now, I've spoken for Berlin Nero.
Getting a chance to brag on Berlin. Berlin,
out of my homeroom.
Oh my goodness. Works with the Miss Black and the Escort program. Is an advisor to the NACP Youth
School.
Oh, everything goes back to
If we don't brag
my
on our
goodness
children,
gracious.
who will? Somebody say, Miss
that's
Luper,
almost like Miss
brag.
Downey. Miss Downey, what you doing? Oh, I'm Dungy School. Mama, how you doing? Dungy School. There's more schools than Dungy School. you know. But Dungy has played an important role in our lives. But don't you? Don't you sometimes you get tired of bragging on?
I don't
on
get
your
tired of
students?
bragging because I have something to
See,
brag
Joyce
about.
Henderson, Dungy School.
That's right. That's right.
Boy.
The
Okay.
Greyhound Club, according to Gene Matthews, will have their annual Christmas party this week. It will start at 4:30 p.m. 4:30 p.m.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm so happy that they will be at my house.
Oh, no.
Oh, my.
When-
Everybody
when
from
is
Grace
this
and
one?
Hoffman. That's the next Saturday at 4:30 p.m. It'll be from 4:30 to 6:30 next week. Well, those of you that don't know, I want Jacqueline Rollins to call me because Jacqueline has moved her office out in Spencer. And I would like for Jacqueline or someone that works out there to call me at 6721220, and I want you to tell me all about it. Well, we understand that Malcolm Savage has been appointed to the county judgeship, taking the place of the late Judge Braggs. Do you know Malcolm Savage? Do you? I would like for Malcolm Savage to call me. Make sure that Malcolm Savage is black inside as well as black outside.
Oh, my.
Clara Luper. Oh yes. Those 3 state leaders are going to be honored with the Human Rights Award. Dr. Cumby, Dr. Henderson, and our own, guess who?
I'm not going to guess.
Mr. Frosty Troy.
Frosty Troy.
Oh, I wrote that article about me.
Editorial
I
writer,
like
wasn't
that. I like that. If you got anything good to say about me, please say it. And if you got something bad to say about me, please say it.
And Frosty will write it in
Don't
a
wait
way
till-
that'll make you laugh at one hand and cry by the end of the editorial. That's going to be an exciting event also. But, Mom, you named 3 things that'll be happening there. This celebration tonight for the honorees at the Love and St. James.
I don't know. I'm not
And-
going I've told you about it,
You
and
told-
that's all I'm going to do.
And congratulations to Malcolm. I don't think we have any worry about him being black on the inside as well on the outside because he's there in a position where he's going to have to be, color he may be colorful, maybe as black as that robe, but the justice is blindfolded. I think that as long as he can settle the issues without any relationship to color, I think that will make a difference there on the court.
Well, last week, the students at UCO found out that they cannot escape being black. That's really
How did they
something.
find that out?
They can
Mama?
find it because it was written in the halls or in the restroom that they were not wanted out there. And then some of them say it doesn't make any difference. It does make a difference. You don't stand around and let people talk about your blackness. We pay taxes. That's a tax-supported school. And I would like to thank the administration at UCO that really got on it. And I would call for you students at UCO to remember you're black. And I have some good news for you. You were born black and you
Study black.
study black and you are black and you are at UCO and OU and all of that because of black people that didn't have education. They didn't have no PhDs, they didn't have no Ds, but they had sense enough to buy NACP memberships and support you.
Now let's do one more question in the limited time we have left.
Okay, we got to do some more because I've got to give away all of these. I would like to say, Ted Hamlin, you know you're good. One of the top real estate men in this state. And I'm going to tell you the whole story about Ted Hamlin next week. Now, I have told you that Malcolm Savage is now a judge. And Your Honor, Judge Savage. And certainly we will be looking at you in your court. I've told you that Dr. Henderson, Dr. Comby, Mr. Troy will be honored. I've told you about Burley and Nero, and I think Nancy Davis will be honored tonight. I don't know. But I want to ask you a personal question. What are you going to do to make the world better? That's all I need to know. Yes, that's a question. What are you going to do? Yes. What are you going to do to make the world better? And I would like to thank you that went to the history, that's going to visit the History Center. And I would like to thank you for telling us all about it. Well, as you see it, reporters in the hospital today, but she's going to be all right.
Good, good.
Okay.
Talking about Mrs. Posey May Walker.
Yeah,
Miss
she's
Walker,
in the
hurry up and
hospital,
get
but
home.
she's going to
okay?
be all right.
My goodness.
And I'm sure she's listening to the Clara Luper radio show. My next question, what are you going to do? Now, anybody can talk about people aren't doing anything.
They better hurry and call because we only have.
Maybe they don't know what
they
they're
don't know
going
what
to
they're
do.
going to
If
do.
you're not going to do nothing, all you got to do
is the number here. I know what didn't happen. I've been waiting on my crabs to get from Baltimore.
Johnson Shardina's Daycare Center. I know what that center is going to do. Johnson Shardina's that's a place where your children can get the kind of education that they deserve on Northeast 50th Street. Hello.
Hi, how are you doing?
Oh, that's good. They're not going to do anything but talk. Somebody asked me, what are you going to do? You're talking about the NACP, you're talking about Miss Black, you're talking about the Soul Bazaar. Oh, yeah, you can preach those. You can really preach and you can really sing, but I want to know what are you going to do to make the world a better place. That's all I need to know from you. And those of you that can call me, let me know what you're going to do to make it better. Hey, what are you going to do? You're coming in here. What are you
thinking about joining the NAACP.
What do you mean thinking about joining? You aren't a member of the NAACP?
No, Miss Luper, I need to get on and join.
Oh.
I've been trying to get Lex to join with me.
No,
we want to join as a team.
That's not your job. You can't get nobody to join. Here's the NAACP membership right here.
Okay.
Give me $30 and you're a member.
Okay. Can you take credit cards?
No, I'm not going to take no credit cards. Can you imagine a handsome, black, intelligent, young black man that's enjoying all the privileges that the NAACP is giving? He's thinking about it. Well, I'm thinking about getting you if you aren't a member.
I'm ready, Mom.
Okay, that's what you're going to do. Okay.
You heard it live and live in color here on the Clara Luper.
But he didn't say when.
He didn't say when. No, see,
next week.
Next week.
Good morning. We try to get this one last call in.
Oh.
Hey, how you doing?
I'm fine. How are you?
A lot better.
Good. When is the Soul Bazaar and where it's going to be located?
It will be at the Plaza Hotel, and it will be April 7th and 8th.
April 7th and the 8th?
Yeah, 2006.
Okay. Can you get booths?
Yes, you can get anything you want.
424.
Not only that, you can put you can say, I think we need to do this to make the Soul Bazaar better, because our minds are open.
All right. Where do you get the information for the booth space?
Call 424-3949. Okay?
Thank you.
Okay.
All right. Mom, this is a special week.
Okay, let's get that call in real quick.
Let's try to get one more call. I can get it in?
Yeah.
Hey, how you doing?
Answer the question?
Yes.
I'm going to continue working with the Miss Black Oklahoma pageant, working with the NAACP, working better in school, and doing that will help make this world a better place.
Well, thank you so very kindly. Well. Calvin, you better sing happy birthday.
Berlin Nero. The first was your birthday. Coretta McCurson, the second is your birthday. Good things have happened to you over the years with nothing like what's fixing to happen to you now, because we're going to say happy birthday to you, Berlin. Happy birthday, Coretta McCurson. Happy birthday to you, but may you have many, many more.
Calvin, congratulations for not being able to sing.
I'm getting good. I'm going to be like a hornet.
Well, you practiced enough this week. You really practiced hard. And I want to know if the people thought you
was... I'm going to be unbeatable.
Well, you were at the game last night.
That was exciting. It's a great game. Great professional. It's good to see a professional anything here in our good city. But if we support it, then it'll stay here. I got a feeling. But what you do this week is make sure that you do something productive to help our community in more ways than one.
And thanks for calling us about the fire. And we would like to know that Oklahoma City would do everything.
Yeah, Brother Jones, we're praying with you.
Brother Jones. Okay. Clara Luper saying, whatever you do, you be sure to do something for someone else, because if you think about just yourself all the time, oh my God. Bye-bye. I do love you.
And we'd like to thank each and every one of you for tuning in to the Clara Luper Show. Join Sister Clara Luper here each and every Saturday from 9 until 10. And until next Saturday, may God bless you.
And the views and opinions expressed on the preceding program were not necessarily those of AM Radio 1220 KTLV.
Father, I need your help and a hand. Come on.
Happy holidays, and remember, Jesus is the reason for the season. This is AM 1220, KTLV, Midwest City, Oklahoma City, and streaming audio at KTLV1220.com.